Before we round, we always need to remind ourselves what place value we're looking at. So whether we're rounding by tens, 100s, or thousands, we have to remember what part of the number is that place value. So as we see, if we look at this number, 3,469, our 3 is in the thousands place. Our 4, just after the comma, is in the hundreds place. Our 6 is in the tens place, and our 9 is in the ones place. Another thing to keep in mind is the strategy of the rounding hill. You've probably heard this in previous grade levels, but 4 or less, let it rest. 5 or more, raise the score. So just as you see 5 going down, you would go to the next tens place, or hundreds place, or thousands place. But if you're 4 or less, you're going to go back down, and it stays the same. When rounding to the nearest 100, the first thing you want to do is find the hundreds place. With 1 and 2, it's kind of easy to find because we're looking at the hundreds place here and the hundreds place here. But if we go from there, we look at 3 and 4 are actually all the way up to the thousands place. So we need to locate where the hundreds place is within these numbers. Now with the hundreds place underlined, I can start to think about rounding. The very first thing I'm going to want to do is go next door to the tens place. So go next door to the tens place, go next door to the tens place, go next door to the tens place. Here, this number will tell me to go up, so round up, or round down. With 342, this 4 is 4 or less, let it rest. So that means I'm going to go down. Now, if that's the case, I'm going all the way down to 300 because I'm going to the nearest hundreds place. Next door with number 2, my 70, is going to tell me to go up because 5 or more raise the score. So if that's the case, 273 will round up to 300 because I went from 200 to 300 because my 7 or 70 told me to go up. When I look at number 3, same thing. I'm looking next door at the tens place. 5 or more raise the score. So in this case, I'm going to be changing my hundreds place. And that looks like this. I know I'm going up, so that 300 becomes a 400, and I round up. Everything becomes zeros after the hundreds place. Once again, number 4, I'm going to look at this here. 4 or less, let it rest. So I'm going down. So if I'm going down, keeping my 9,000, I look at the hundreds place, I keep it, I let it rest, I keep it the same because I went down and my 2 zeros follow.